Moselle. That's Tender Shaman. This is.
This is Noble, your friendly neighborhood relationship strategist.
So today we just want to get into like how your relationship is a spiritual path.
Oh man, and it's not always a pretty one either.
Man, rarely a pretty one.
Yeah, man. If you take a spiritual path, that means you gotta go through the darkness. You gotta go through it to get to the light. You gotta go up and down, ebbs and flows. And you really have to get tested to really understand the spirit. That's how you know you're getting stronger and how you're getting better. Like the test is just really a part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes the test is whether you're going to choose yourself or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like how to keep your energy in line so that it benefits yourself and blossoms out to the rest of your family, friends, society, partner, whatever else. You see what I'm saying? So it is harrowing as fuck, man.
Would you say that your spirituality, when it comes to just your spirituality in general and in relationship, is almost defined by the test that you have to go through?
Yes, but I also feel like the test you have to go through also depends on how hard-headed you are. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that every test has to happen. I think that we create a lot of unnecessary suffering for ourselves. And though we have experienced things that some people would consider trauma, we do a lot of things and blame it on trauma. But you was really just choosing something other than peace. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes, go for it.
Well, it hits home. You know, I feel like what the hard thing with that too, especially when you're dealing with a relationship with other people and we're talking about spirituality and whatnot, it's real easy to look at them and be like, you being hard-headed. Like, I see how you are not listening and you are not doing things. And part of when you're in that situation and you're feeling suffering, like you feel like you're suffering and you're being dragged down and you hold that perspective of this person who's doing something, it's because you're not really looking at yourself.
Yeah.
You're not really looking at like, well, what is it that I can change?
Yeah.
What choices can I make that are different? How do I let go of these expectations of this other person to do, be, say, show up in a way that I think they should?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that you're right. You know, the quality of the test really is about what you're choosing to do. You know, how hard-headed you are.
Yeah, and that kind of goes into, because I had a couple things that I was going to hit on, which I'm still going to hit on, but like you brought up, I think, a key linchpin perspective on all of this. And the thing is, do you know what you want a relationship for? Because some people only want a relationship to distract them from being with themselves and their thoughts. And because if it's somebody else, now I can blame things, I can manipulate something, I can manipulate myself, but it doesn't feel as good. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to be a sacred relator, I don't know if that's a term we're going to continue to have, but
maybe not.
You know, if you're somebody who actually wants a real and authentic relationship that can grow with you, you have to be very clear about who you are going into a relationship and why you want partnership in the first place.
Right.
This is about relating. And if you never had any desire to relate with anybody in the first place, you probably shouldn't be in a dating pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, spare all of us the trash. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is a trash-free network.
And that's really just the first level. You know, you really have to once you get deeper into it, there's a lot of nuances that goes into, well, once you know who you are or what you want out of a relationship, it's like all the nuances of what that looks like to you. Because, you know, you can say you want security, but what does security mean for me may not be the same as what security is for you. You know, and being able to have those conversations, really dial that stuff in is not easy.
Yeah.
You know, especially when there's like feelings involved, there's dopamine, there's attraction, there's this energy of like, you know, highly sexual charged stuff. Like, it all feels good, so it must all be good and aligned. You know, until the nitty gritty comes.
Till the realness comes.
You know, then it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. Like, I thought this means this to me. Yeah. Somebody else is saying, well, that means something completely different. Yeah. So it's like, what do you do at that point? If you're both on a spiritual path, how do you continue to love each other, do that? And I think that's not always difficult. But it does come down to what I think you were saying in terms of like what choices that you're making. Yeah. You know, like what is it that how are we really choosing to show up and to see each other? Are we villainizing each other, are we victimized by the other person? You know, what is really going on? Yeah. You know?
Yeah. So number one is definitely understanding why you're in a relationship and who you are going into a relationship. I would say number two in this conversation is be honest about really who you are and what you really like and want, and versus what's traditional, what's expected of you, and what your society and friends say your relationship is supposed to look like.
How do you think people can really find out what it is that they really want to like? Because I think that a lot of people think they know until they get it, and then they're like,
This looks so much interesting on so much more interesting on Instagram or something like that. Like, first off, we have to let go of this fairy tale idea of everything. You see what I'm saying? Of all of life, right? So a lot of us grew up on fairy tales. We knew there was something funny about it, but they fall in love and then they live happily ever after. There's a lot of after in this ever, man. A lot of after, bro.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
The after has a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of freaking after. And the navigating of your particular growth. So the way that you know who you are, one, what are you ashamed of? What do you do that you're ashamed of? What do you like that people think that you shouldn't like? You need to find somebody probably that's going to give you room for this. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're going into a relationship with skeletons in the closet and all this other stuff, you like watching midget porn and you don't want them to know about it, you know what I'm saying? Find somebody that has a sense of humor and that will allow you to watch all these different things and not judge you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Versus the person that seems on paper perfect but is highly judgmental. You see what I'm saying? Highly rigid. Won't try anything. They eat the same thing every Thursday. That is not the relationship that you need, my friend.
No, ain't the one.
You see what I'm saying? This is very practical. It's deep, but it's very simple and practical. If you like eating different kinds of food, don't date the man who only likes chicken fingers.
Why do you think people are attracted to that? Like, is it just the opposite attracts? Because I do think that happens a lot where it's like, well, I'm like this, but my partner is on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I think, speaking for women, I can't really speak for men.
Speak, yeah, say what you said.
I think we try to fit square pegs in round holes. We want people to be what we want because this, first off, the timing is right. You see what I'm saying? I want a relationship. You seem to kind of work. So I want this to work and I'm going to invest into this situation until it works. So I'm going to overlook this. Because to be fair, you may not care too much. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person that if I go out to eat and I have an experience, dining experience, because food is art to me, I want my partner to also enjoy the artisticness and the dining experience and trying certain things. Right. But some people just don't care about that. You know what I mean? But I'm very aware that the sharing of us enjoying this experience of trying something new is the intimacy. This is what the date is. This is the experience, not the food. It's how we feel in this experience. But some people don't care about that. So if you don't care about that, then you can maybe put this to the side and just, I don't care. I'm just going to work with these few things I do care about, which they could have. You know what I mean? But if you are not clear with yourself about what you really care about, you'll choose these things that you think you care about, like their money and their physique and their something. Because I ask people why you chose your partner, and their these reasons are very really shallow, like very very shallow.
What are some of the reasons you found? Like, does they have good shoulders, or they have
good
money,
shoulders,
big feet?
You know, he seems to be a little popular. It's really stupid things. It's like really like third grade things. Honestly, there's never like he's good to his mother. You see what I'm saying? He has morals and principles. It's very rarely this. It's very superficial. Like, he makes a little bit of money. You know, he's got a little attitude with everybody. He seems to be okay. I mean, he's cool. He good. You know, he takes me out. Whatever. It's very very simple. Nothing that's going to speak to how this person is going to treat you in a relationship. You know what I mean? So, when we're talking about finding things that are important to you, it may seem very simple, Look at the simple stuff because this is your day-to-day life. It's not all the big shit. You see what I'm saying? Like all these big ideas, it's not about that. It's about, does he close the cabinet? You see what I'm saying?
She's talking about like the day-to-day.
Day-to-day shit. Because when you come to the kitchen after year 3 and that cabinet is open again, what the fuck?
Right.
Like real life, because I'm in a real relationship. You see what I'm saying? I got a real family, a real man, real kids. This is not like some,
Yeah.
Will this drive you crazy with your OCD ass?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this little things like this is what people bring into therapy, believe it or not.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So how does somebody shift that to where they choose to the open cabinet doesn't bother them anymore? How do they make that type of shift from a spiritual perspective? Of like, well, this is the person that chose, there's the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's part of it.
mm-hmm.
Having things that you value more, right? So you're never gonna get everything perfect, but finding what you value more. So this is part of the 80-20 situation. But also, who are you? Because if you are a very type A person, that's gonna be on your 80 list.
Yeah.
If you're a type another kind of person, that's gonna be on your 20 list.
Mm-hmm.
So like really, really. So for me, I'm a very free spirit. A lot of guys can't deal with that because I may not be on time. And they think not being on time is a fucking crime.
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. But I'm like, I'm high. What are you so
What gonna do?
What are you so mad about, man? Hey, come on, brother, I'm a hippie.
I got here.
I'm here, man. Look at the sun shining. This so flaky ass motherfucker. And I'm like, why can't he see my soul? We don't need to be together.
Part of that day to day.
That's part of that day-to-day thing. Like, seriously, not to be like super silly or anything, but I think oftentimes we over-romanticize what a relationship is and looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not all everybody wearing white and like being on a beach and shit. Like, sometimes, but at the same time, like, it's also Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And the spiritual path is understanding that this is a step-by-step thing. Like, this is not... And in the spiritual community, we always want something to... I'm not going to say always, but oftentimes we want something to do the work for us. We have this crystal that's going to balance our chakras. We have this medicine that's going to cure us of addiction. Mm-hmm. We have this herb that cures all cancers and all whatever else. Mm-hmm. And if I just visualize and all things are going to happen. That happens, but there's a lot of step by step things. And you get communication with every little step. And if you're only looking for these big magnanimous things, you miss the nuance and the beauty of creating a real reality. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The world is built brick by brick. Right. You see what I'm saying? So the spiritual thing is to understand how shit comes together. Right. But our root chakras are so messed up on average that we have no appreciation for the process of building ourselves and building a relationship that we're trying to have with somebody. So understanding that you like comic books. What about comic books does he like? What about this does he like? Do I think that's whack? Do I think that is good? Or do I appreciate him for who he is?
Right.
Am I embarrassed to tell my friends he likes comic books, so I try to paint him into something else and throw other books in the middle of his shit because I want him to like, I don't know, feminist black stories.
Yeah. Right. So how do you get people who are, because it sounds like what I'm hearing you say, people get kind of stuck in survival mode to the point where they're looking at the individual bricks rather than the building that they're building.
The process.
Right? Or the process. They get stuck in almost a hatred for the process, and a discouragement of the process of not lose sight. So how do you get people to pull back from looking at those micro things of the bricks to see the whole step, see the whole process?
So I come from the whole tantric perspective.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yes. And so one of the things that I believe is that it is part of my job to tell my partner to be who they say they want to be and who they say that their energy is supposed to develop into, right? So knowing that about myself, that I believe that, I also understand what skills I have to do that. Mm-hmm. And then I know that it is my journey to master that. So this person has come into my life to give me an opportunity to master these skills that bring out more of my femininity, more of myself, more of my design. Because if I did this right, no such thing as right. Let me stop caveating myself. If I did this right, they are the person that's supposed to unlock something within me. I have to get them to where they can't unlock stuff with me. They have to get me to where I can unlock stuff within them. If I can never get past his boundaries, how can I ever get somewhere to unlock anything within him? He don't even trust me enough to get there. You see what I'm saying? So first I have to understand how he understands trust, what it looks like to him, what lines do you not cross? Ladies, key thing. Men have lines that you don't cross. If you don't understand what line not to cross with your partner, you don't know him. First off, if you want to cross this line, you don't love him. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a time when you're choosing yourself over this or that. Like, there's like unhealthy lines. Fuck them lines. But the real lines, like, I don't want to feel played. I hate feeling played. Right. Just be honest with me. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be honest because she's going to respond some sort of way, or you don't want to hurt him or whatever. You said something like this to me last time we talked. You don't want to hurt him or whatever else. So you are doing the work for him of protecting his feelings where he doesn't get a chance to grow from hearing what the real truth is.
Right.
They may take it, they may not. But that's not your job to protect him in that. He said, don't play him. So you hiding shit is going to cross that boundary, and when he finds out that you hid something, you'll never get in again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong?
That's different. It's very difficult to get back in once lines are crossed.
Yeah.
And I do think sometimes we don't even know what our boundaries are. We don't know where our lines are until somebody's already crossed them, and then we feel away. So now it's like, well, then what do you do at that point?
Yeah.
Once somebody's crossed the line and done something that you feel is almost irreparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like where do you find the repair in the irreparable? Does Tantra help with that?
Yes, it can. If you're willing to be a little bit vulnerable, right? So what I've seen from men is they don't want to show that they've been affected at all. And then sometimes when they do show they've been affected, some of the women are like, you're not supposed to be affected.
You're a bitch.
You's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, why you being the girl? I'm the girl.
Yeah, I have the emotions. I have the feelings. You's a man. What's wrong with you? Right? So that is what we got to shut down. It's okay for you to be bothered. It's okay for him to be bothered. It's okay for her to be bothered. Just because she's bothered doesn't mean, man, you're supposed to run away.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or get super defensive because she's like, you're wrong. And you were. Niggas hate being actually wrong. They rather you tell them they're wrong and not be than actually be wrong. Women were guilty of this too. And we can't stand it. When he says that we're wrong and we actually are, oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. Damn it.
I just think we both, men and women, have different reactions to knowing that they're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, it happens.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And see, and this was a problem before you got in the relationship. You hate to be wrong from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I look for in a partner. Somebody who is okay with being wrong. Because I'm okay with being wrong.
Yeah.
You got to show me that I am, though.
Oh, yeah.
But if I see it, I'm like, oh.
Gotcha.
Let me go work on this. Some people will never come to that.
Yeah, that's rough. How do you identify a partner that can do the work? Because I feel like, for me, because not a lot of people date over time. I feel like that's really when you know.
Yeah.
But what's like you dating somebody for like 6 months or whatever, and you feel pretty good about them. Like, where is your indication of like, what this person's going to do the work and really stick in?
You ready? Super practical.
Okay.
How do they deal with business calls and like regular life calls? Do they answer the bill collector? If they don't, they have an avoidance. I can see if they're like busy or something, but if you know there's something to take care of and they keep putting it off. When it's time to deal with something with you, they're going to put it off. You see what I'm saying? if little shit, they were supposed to be somewhere and they messed up and you're with them like, oh, you're supposed to be here at 3:00. It's 3:15. Oh, I'm 5 minutes away. You're 40 minutes away. And he's like, oh, God, 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And you sound like, going back there.
Yeah, just go teleport.
Right. This will also show up in your relationship when he's supposed to be there with your anniversary gift or something and he fucking forgot. And you're waiting, or you're supposed to pick the kids up for this thing and that thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all thought I was coming with some bullshit. No, this stuff is real. It's day-to-day things. Oh, let's switch it around. It's her homegirl's something happening. And it's like her die-hard homegirl. And she's like, oh, that bitch will be fine. I don't give a damn about this, that. You see what I'm saying? Something happened. I don't care about this and that.
Right.
Let it be something important for you. She's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's gonna act like you shouldn't be mad about the fact that she did it. You should understand those things. And that might possibly hurt your feelings, make you feel disregarded. All these tiny micro feelings that add up to the point where you feel like somebody doesn't love you. Right? So this is boo maintenance. And a lot of it's just kind of just getting over yourself.
Boo maintenance. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a hashtag. Boo maintenance.
Yes. Listen, all we're doing for the most part is make sure they don't go crazy. If they go crazy, they're going to hit us? Not hit us. Didn't say that. Didn't mean that. It's going to come towards us first. We get affected first because we're in the closest proximity.
Facts.
Yeah. It's you and me against the world. Not you and me against each other, nigga. Like, the world is hard enough. Why are we fighting each other? The war is out there.
What do you do? How do you feel like you handle couples or people that you may coach? We're talking about a spiritual path and we're relating. And, if you're relating with someone else. So it's almost a spiritual union with this person. And you're pretty much almost a church to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Almost yourself. Like you're pretty much a congregation. You know what I'm saying? Like when those two people aren't really on the same page of where they think that they're going. How do you feel tantrically you can help them to be more vulnerable with each other in terms of like what they really desire? Like, is that something that table work can help with? Or what is it from the spiritual perspective, some practices that can help you get more in alignment on the same page?
So, the thing about Tantra is that we use everything as a spiritual catalyst and a growth factor, right? So initially my first question was, were we ever on the same page, right? So let's assume that we are. But regardless if you ever were, your reason of why you relate is the answer to that, right? So mine, again, like I said, it's my job to help you become what you want for your life. You had goals and dreams before I got here. We're not dating, for those who don't know, but she's my conversation subject.
Well, to say that a few times, they're going to make assumptions.
Yeah. I'm just touching his knee and shit. Yeah, baby, all I'm trying to do is help your life. And am. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just... And is. And it's gonna, damn it.
And is.
Yeah. Right, but if I know it's my job to help you have the life that you enjoy, what you want to do with that is not really my fucking business. I just want to help you enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, like, as a family unit, I think the only requirement is for us to grow, get more money, and be healthy and be kind to each other. Right. Everything outside of that is, I don't know, because families are for procreation mostly and surviving of bloodlines. That's pretty much it. So I'm like, hey, Noble, if you want to experience the world, go experience the world. Let me see how we can have the money to do that. Let me see how I can help you have the money to do that. And but can I also do my thing? Right. So both people have to be aligned with the idea that the path is not the relationship. The relationship is how we enhance the paths. Right? Everybody thinks the relationship
That's a bar. Say that again.
Yes. The path is not the relationship. The relationship helps us enhance the path? How'd I say it? I forgot. Just that fast. I be smoking. but Yeah, but
That's it. You're right. That's
yeah,
good. That's good. I like that.
Thank you. But seriously, like that's why I have a life partner. I had to find somebody who's gonna let me do my work.
Mm-hmm.
So my work involves a lot of men.
Mm.
So I have to find a man that's gonna be okay with me engaging with a lot of different men, not necessarily sexually, but we're in close proximity. Y'all see my videos. If you haven't, go watch my videos. We're in close proximity, right? And the women were like, I might have you muscled in a bosom. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he can't be shaken in that. He has to be very secure in his masculinity and the fact that I actually want him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you're enough. So it's not my job, but I have to be very aware that with my job and the fact that I interact with all these different people, he has to be very confident where he stands in my life.
Yeah.
Why he's in my life and why that's not replaceable. It's yeah.
How do you go about communicating that? Do you like write it down? Do you say it repeatedly? Do you do affirmations? Well, what's a good way to continue? Because I know it can get kind of shaky at sometimes. People have been. So how do you keep reinforcing that and communicate it?
So this might get me in trouble a little bit. So knowing your partner, and because I engage with so many people, people are going to be people, and I use those examples to him of showing him why I chose him in the first place. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So you ain't this guy. This guy's this.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I think you be in the house.
Yeah.
He got to stay outside.
Yeah. Because he didn't understand men until like he started really being around me. Because for those who don't know, I've done sensual massage for like years, right? So it's one of the it's something that I do in addition to my healing and stuff like that. And at one point, it was kind of ghetto because you had to pay some bills. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. And I was always very open with him about it because I always thought that people would not want to date me because I was a sensual masseuse, right? Similar to like being a stripper or some shit, right? And so he was open with that. So that if he's gonna at least be okay with that, the least I can do is be open and tell him and not play him, right? So I would tell him stuff. I might be too. I'm
like detail.
Somewhat.
Okay.
I'm honest to a fault. I've heard. Don't be so honest. They say they can handle it. They can't handle it. So think about what I said the first time and don't do that shit. You know, seriously. Right. But yeah, like they can handle some things, but that's also for him to say, you know what, baby girl, I just had to detach at this point. And he's got really good at learning how to detach certain things. Anyway. But there's a lot of creepy guys out here. There's a lot of bad touch. And honestly, and I tell him all the time, I can tell based on how somebody touches me if their wife feels dead inside. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of women out here that are just dead inside because the man is just so bad at general sexual things, touching, and he's just a fucking man beast. Just and you know what I mean? But she clearly got married for security and that she kind of likes him and she didn't want to die alone. Kind of thing. But like the pleasure, it just could not be a real thing. But anyways, long story short, I told him a lot of stuff. And he's also watched me build a brand. So I gave him something to respect. If I was just out here doing some crazy shit, they'd be like, you're just...
Right. So you put structure to what it was that you were doing.
Yeah, because I truly believe in what I'm doing. There's healing in pleasure. There's power in pleasure. There is a path to divinity in pleasure. And pleasure has been hijacked. Sex has been hijacked. Our bodies have been hijacked. All of this. So in this work, I'm helping people to reunite with that aspect of themselves that has been thrown off, which is why people do all of this crazy stuff that they're so ashamed of, right? So through that and my resilience into myself and honesty into myself, I built this brand that he can't help but to respect. He has seen the benefit of it. I've done it to him. Changed his life, his family's life, fucking all kind of things. He does it to me. He sees my life change. Our kids, you see my kids on the news and stuff like that for positive things. Yeah. Beautiful things. Our family is...
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, I got receipts, family.
You do?
I got some receipts. Kids, beautiful. you know, like the in-laws love me.
Mm.
Like my in-laws love him. He's bounced back, and it was some crazy shit. Like I lived this life for real. My whole life has been manifesting in this particular way.
Mm.
So you just gotta show and prove sometimes. Just like for a man, if you got a dream and she don't believe it, you just gotta make that shit real. Be so good they can't ignore you.
Yeah.
That's another root chakra thing.
It is.
Yeah.
I know it's something that was, for me, that was a struggle to, something I just learning to really to get over. Is I was so much in that root chakra and that survival mode that I wasn't able to push through. I felt like I needed help. I felt like I needed something else outside of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just now starting the path of finding it within myself, of proving what I was already doing. Like I was already doing it, but then I got thrown off the path. I'm like kind of got sidetracked and turned bitch ass for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like get myself right. And that's a really powerful thing. So you feel like people can, by getting rid of shame, people can and experiencing pleasure in a moderated, structured way, you know, so not all willy-nilly, can really be a catalyst for a deeper spirituality in your relationships and freedom?
Absolutely, because I feel like most people's block to pleasure comes from shame and what they think they should be doing. All right, so guilt comes from hurting people. Shame comes from doing what you think you shouldn't be doing. All right, so guilt and shame. So the pleasure situation. And I did like a short video of this I haven't put up yet. And I could go into like a real tangent. It was just kind of spicy and juicy and I kind of like it. But I might just say that for a different video. But to really truly be yourself, you have to be somewhat shameless. Have like a small degree of shame. But like, I ain't got too much shame. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not blackmailing a Dar Moselle. I'll tell it. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it seriously because it gives me an inner freedom. It's a certain power that people can't wield over me. So I'm going to plug myself shamelessly. Why? Because you should know about me. Why? Because you might need what I have. Not because of me, but because you want to better yourself and I may have something. And if I don't tell you about it, I'm doing you a disservice, right? I am possibly withholding gifts from the world if I am too ashamed to say that I'm good at something. People from the South, being humble.
Bible Belt.
You know what I'm saying? Being humble, you know you're good at that stuff. And people need you. Say something. Shamelessly. Plug yourself. Right? I'm going to ask for help. Shamelessly. Because I might need it. Like these little things where people are afraid to say that they're going through something. They're fair because people are going to hold it over you because we're around raggedy ass people. So change your friend group. Right? But that's a clear sign. If you can't say that you need help without being judged, you need other people around. Find people that support you. Boom. Your life has changed just by doing that. Instantly. Just by finding people who will allow you to say that you need help and allow you to lean on them. People who say, good job versus you're too big-headed. These little things will change your whole reality. Simply. I am who I am. Shamelessly. Think of Erykah Badu. She is who she is shamelessly. She's going to do what she want to do. You see what I'm saying? Jake Paul going to do what he want to do. You know what I mean? And they're reaping benefits for it. Right. In different ways. You can think what you want to think about them or whatever else, but there is some sort of, you can say what you want to say about it, but it don't matter because they're happy with themselves. I don't know their actual hearts, but they're cool. You see what I'm saying? They built an image around them that the world has accepted, like it or not. Right? And that's powerful. And that's what a lot of people wish they could do because they feel like the world won't accept them, but you still care about the world accepting you. So who gives a fuck if they don't? Let go of the shame of not being accepted. Me, guilty of, because I have a very weird talent, very weird gifts.
Weird? You think it's weird?
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
I mean, it's beautiful.
It's not mainstream. I wouldn't say weird.
It's not mainstream. At
I
all.
don't care about being main. We black. We gotta be mainstream. We ain't made nothing mainstream.
See? And there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. You know?
Mainstream.
Hit right on the show.
Yeah,
But for
man.
real, you know what I'm saying? That's something I wrestle with all the time. Like, people are, every time I say that pleasure is powerful or that it's a path to divine or anything, they're a roll their eyes at me, especially other women.
Mm.
They the first one, black women, oh, here she go with this shit. Bitch, I is with this shit. And you should be too because you're crusty and sad and your pussy is angry.
Mm.
Which is why the man, never mind.
That's another video, y'all. That's another video.
But it's a thing.
Catch that in school. We're going to talk about the real stuff. Get on our platform. We're doing the Sacred Related, right? So if you want to really hear those thoughts, really hear the real, get into our school, Magic School Bus, right? So we can really give y'all the real of what's going on and get into our community there.
Mm-hmm.
It's growing, it's thriving. That's where all our courses is, where she really just unfiltered, just going in, talking about fried, sandy pussy and everything. Right in there. So yeah.
And that's a sign of good partnership because he definitely came in at the right time. Because Dar was about to start going crazy.
She's about to, when the hands start moving, you know.
But seriously though, like it's something that's very passionate because I feel like life in general is a spiritual path.
Yes.
A relationship is a spiritual path. And we be so living in fantasy that we miss it. Like everybody looking for a soulmate.
No,
That will fuck you up.
yeah.
I'm just telling y'all.
Really?
Y'all don't want to hear it, but it'll fuck you up. Go ahead, Noble.
No, you got it, man. I think that dispelling our fantasies, I think it's good to have ideas that you want to get to. But if we overlook the reality of what it takes to actually get to this fantasy world, then that's where we get messed up. Because you don't understand what it really is to get to the castle, the princess, you know what I'm saying, the journey, you know what I'm saying, of the life, of the afterlife, and all that stuff. Like what it really takes to be able to put yourself in a position to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like you completely overlook or misunderstand. You just want it to look and feel good, like the fantasy, but it's like there's a process to get there.
Process to it.
And unfortunately, you just can't cheat the game. There are no shortcuts.
And I just see the effects of it on men and women. So when you were saying, I was thinking about the prince's journey or the knight's journey to rescuing the princess, whatever else, and thinking about what happens when he gets there. Now you have to come back down with this dude. You don't even know him. And you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with a nigga. But who is this guy? But yeah, but the thing is, like, even nowadays, guys don't even want to put no effort in to achieving or courting a woman, or they don't even see her as a valuable prize or anything else like that. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but the fact that guys there's a group of guys that hate the fact they have to put in any effort for a woman's attention these days.
Right.
I think that is the biggest crock of BS, mostly because nature has to do it. Like birds have mating dance, they have different colors to attract mates. So why you niggas don't have to do nothing?
I compete, bro. And that's something that we're going to be doing in Sacred Relating. If you guys get in, I think it's really important for us. One thing that I really want to do is start making some courses for men 32 and under in these 32, 25 range, because you guys are struggling, man. You got access to a lot of information, but no real people to really sit down and guide you. And the people in the Gen X, they're like kind of, it's over them. They're cooked. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing we can be done. They're locked in. You know? But for your younger cats, your Gen Zs, you got a chance. And I really want to be able to get you guys in here and show you some real stuff, because if we can get you guys opened up, feeling in your hearts, being vulnerable in the right ways, we can change our whole community. We can change everything.
Yeah, and being vulnerable doesn't mean being soft, guys. Like, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Doesn't mean being a bitch. Be a little soft, because you got to get a little, but it doesn't mean being a bitch.
What does it mean? Tell us. What is the man's experience of being vulnerable?
Oh, man, I remember the first time I had a really deep tantra experience. I don't know, were you there at Master Yow's?
Maybe.
Like, I went, that's got a really intense energy blast. I felt like I got possessed or something, and I was like kind of going off, and it was just, I couldn't control it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember once I was somewhere else mentally, and my body was just moving, but I remember the experience and the feelings. And I remember when I finally calmed down and came back to my mind, I was like, am I gay? I'm like, am I? I was like, no. They was like, no, you're good. You're fine. I was like, oh, okay. I was worried. Because it was weird. Because I was like, there's a bunch of women around me. There was one guy that was trying to restrain me, and to calm myself down, I was like cradling his face, rubbing his beard. And I was like, why am I doing this? What's happening? What's going on? I was like, oh my gosh, like I gave him. So there is a level of softness in the vulnerability, but it doesn't mean that like it questions your sexuality. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the human experience. It's okay.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a unique experience.
That was a unique experience. I'm just saying, but it be like that sometimes. You can be wondering, it's like because you're not when you're new to it, you don't know what's going on, and these strange and these feelings are happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you're around other men. And that's not really what you're used to seeing other men experience with each other. You know, they're helping each other in that deep, emotionally vulnerable spaces.
Yeah, it's real though.
Right?
It's real.
So it's like understanding that like that doesn't affect your sexuality or who you are as a man. Yeah. It just really is forcing you to live in a heart space that we don't normally have access to because we choose not to. Because I think unlike women, it's a little bit easier for us to close our hearts if we want to not have to feel those feelings. You know, women kind of get inundated without there being really having consent almost. Yeah. But for men, we do have the ability to choose to not experience certain feelings. Yeah. Women can do it too, but I think men can do it.
They can definitely do it easier than us. That's interesting because so you talked about a tantric bodywork experience that happened, but to a deeper point, the brotherhood wound due to homophobia is a real thing. So like sometimes you need a hug from like I don't say you didn't have a daddy, but you missing certain things. You need a hug from a man. You see what I'm saying? Like he's clearly bigger than me, whatever. He hugs me. I could hug him and hold him, but there's a warrior's hug is different from a wife's hug. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Brothers on the battlefield is a different kind of hug. Yeah. You know what I mean? A father's son is a different kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a different type of nurturing.
It's a different type of nurture. The energy is different.
Because really what nurturing means is just means to repair, to build up, to restore to a different state. Yeah. And a masculine process of nurturing, it builds you up. From a man to another man, it's just a different way. Yeah. And it's hard to describe because a lot of us, unfortunately, haven't had a consistent father presence to really know what that's like. Yeah. To know what it's like to have our fathers pick us up when we're down and to really build our confidence in a certain way. Because there's certain confidence that a man can give you that a woman just can't.
You just can't do it. And I don't know if I talked about this in like the last video we did or whatever else, but I bought my partner a winter survival class for Christmas because he's been watching camping and all this other stuff. And we came back, he was just like on fire. Like he just had these revelations and all this other stuff. And he was saying these things I was trying to hopefully get him to see prior to that. But I just realized that it took a man in camos and a rifle walking around the woods with face paint with a bunch of other dudes for him to catch it. Like there's no way I could have said it as a woman to him. You know what I mean? And there's certain things that no man could say to me. I have to hear it from like my mom or another older woman or either a younger woman or whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's just different. So we have to have this full plate of nurturing. That's why brotherhood, sisterhood, and intergender relationships really, really matters. It really does matter. Children having adult friends somewhat or non-familial relationships is important. So coach, good teachers that play with you and do this, and that, it matters, right? So we're talking about how we rebuild community. Okay, so community build starts with families. Families start relationships. Relationships start with individuals. So if you have a bad relationship with yourself, you don't know yourself, anything like that, all you're doing is breeding confusion, and then we have a confused community. All right? So
that's where a lot of communities fail. Leaders or whatnot in them aren't really grounded in themselves, or they haven't done all the work they needed to be in position to be the linchpin to guide other people. Yeah. And that's where things get janky. Yeah. So that's facts.
And it's something that's been put on a lot of us being in America, because if you go to other countries, they don't have the same hang-ups about men hanging out with men and women hanging, whatever else. And like when women are together, it's not always a lesbian situation. Yeah. It is sometimes, but it's not always. And it's turning kind of into that in America. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I thought I was somewhere I could feel safe. I didn't know that I was coming to another environment to possibly be pressurized.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So like it's just interesting. I can't really speak for me personally, because I'm one of the few people that are still like strictly dickly and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a lot of us left. But when we go to sister environments now, if somebody cradling my face, I don't know if she wants to kiss me or is holding space for me. So it's like
Right. You gotta state your boundaries. You go back to boundaries. You gotta know yourself. Everybody else knows you too.
Yeah. I have no boundaries, especially doing this kind of work. People think I'm all free-willing and doing all kind of shit. I'm not. I'm actually somewhat prudish. I'm more into pleasure than I'm into downright freakiness and just like random sex. Germs. But at the same time, people don't understand that because their understanding of pleasure and sensuality is different from mine and all that. But me being clear on myself allows me to walk the line finally and gracefully. So I can be in whatever space I want to be and fit perfectly.
Right. Man, I think we got a lot of good stuff in today.
I think so. Do you think they know what was our topic? Relationships as a spiritual path.
Yeah. I think we covered a lot of different avenues and ways that it is a spiritual path. We covered some of the things that they're going to have to go through, the challenges that it's going to take, the reality of the fantasies they have to understand in terms of what it is to be a spiritual being, and some of the ways that they can use pleasure and toxic energy to help with their manifestation around their relationships. I think there's a deeper stuff that goes in with it, though.
Yeah. Do we ever tell them what a spiritual path is?
We can clearly define it right now.
Yeah.
The last thing is the most important thing, so they remember the most. Let's say it right now.
Yeah, go for it. I would prefer.
I think you should be the one to. This is you were on a roll right now. I'm not trying to stop. I am not trying to stop.
I was gonna be a little country. Okay, so a spiritual path. A spiritual path is just a path of you defining and then living as what you have defined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you say that I am a child of God, what does that mean? What do you think God is? Where do you think God is? What kind of attributes do you think God has? How do you live them in this life? Right? What gets in the way of you living in those things out in this life? And what we're talking about is those God acts like kind, God acts as a unifier, God acts as a provider, God acts as, what we're talking about is how you jump from each one of these things to the next. So we're living in this gap right here. This is where people fall down right here, right? They understand the concept, but how you understand the concept to live in the concept is this jump. Who's teaching you how to live in this jump? We are, right? Because we live there constantly. And it's cute to say shadow work. What does that really look like? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Shadow work is just a tip of the iceberg, but we have to go through each of our energy centers and explore them fully so that you can get your full houses online. So when you show up on these relationships, you are a real person, because I'm thinking that you want to call in a very strong, supportive, and aligned partner. You can't do that living in falsehood and all this other stuff. Like, you are lying to yourself. Everything else sees it. The stuff that you're asking to bring into existence, whatever, the universe, the forces, ancestors, see, you lie to yourself. They see it, right? And if they're anything like mine, they're not going to put that trauma on somebody else. They're going to make you get your life together a little bit before you, because we're going into a new era, a new age. Stuff has already changed over. Energy is already moving for real. If you haven't seen it, just open your eyes a little wider. There's a big gap between those who are doing whatever this is they're going to call the work and those people who are fucking tripping. There's a real big gap. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's feeling it and stuff like that. So if you're on this side and you want to continue to be on this side, you want love in this side, you're going to have to drop all that baggage that had us get to where we are right now, where we are not relating, we're not having sex hardly, we hate our bodies, we hate men and women, everything. We just, sex is nasty and disgusting. Like the fact that you hold this roll in your eyes when I talk about it. When he says that he thought he was gay, you're like, what the fuck you mean, nigga? He's having an experience. You see what I'm saying? He's just having an experience of what is going on in my mind, and I see that I'm having an experience. Let me make some sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that judgmentalness is where relationships can't really live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I'm gonna help my partner be more or be whatever, he's gotta be comfortable enough to tell me that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, tell me more, babe. Like, help me understand. Instead of, I don't know about this nigga no more.
Yeah. Right.
So this also goes into knowing what you're asking for. I want a man to be willing to be vulnerable with me. When he does, can you hold it? Can you handle it? What do you think it is? You see what I'm saying? And learning how to, because there are going to come some things that you might not be comfortable with. And you have to talk to yourself about, will you ever be, and what does that mean? And some things you're not supposed to be okay with.
Yeah. I think a lot of times when women say, I want a man to be vulnerable with me, it's like, I think what they really mean is I want them to tell me how much they love me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just tell me how pretty I am. Tell me how much you love me. Tell me how much you want to be with me.
Yeah.
Be vulnerable and tell me those things. It's like, don't tell me don't tell me you're mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're mad at me. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yes. Vulnerable means a lot.
Yeah.
It means
that means feelings.
Yes.
Not controllable or predictable.
Yes.
Feelings.
When you say be vulnerable, you're not just asking for them to have a little bit longer of a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're 100% right on that. I don't think people don't have intimacy.
Yeah.
I want more intimacy, all of that. Y'all both got to work on that. It ain't just his job to be more intimate. You are cold and harsh as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. And doing shadow work, nobody shows you the shadow like your partner.
Nobody. Oh, God. Give him an award. Goddamn. Give him an award.
Talking about spiritual initiation. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Well, we appreciate y'all for being here with us today.
Yes, it was fun.
We're dropping this content with y'all. Again, find us in the link. You can find our school and whatnot and what we got going on there. A lot of great stuff. Building a nice community, dope community. We got some dope classes coming for you guys.
Yeah.
And some dope courses with Fadara and myself. And yeah, man, come check us out.
Yes. Stay tuned for more shenanigans.
Yep. Once again, I'm Noble, your friendly neighborhood relationship strategist.
Adara Moselle, Master Tantric Shaman.
Until next time, y'all. Peace.